Good morning, class 8 students. This is Agrima Rawat, your science teacher. So, today we are going to continue the chapter number 1. This video will be the part 2 of the chapter number 1, crop production and management. So, yesterday we have been doing the activities in the agricultural practices, right? So, in that we have done the preparation of soil, sowing. The third step was adding manure and fertilizer. Now what will be the next step? The next step is going to be irrigation. Irrigation in Hindi means sichai, to give water to the plants. That is very much important because the seed you have sowed, that needs water to germinate. That is very important. So from the earlier times, the people are using many different types of methods for the irrigation. Let us see what are the methods. Can you see it here? This first traditional method of irrigation is motte, or we call it as pulley system. In this, a pulley is here and this is been attached with a rope, and on the one side of the rope the pot is there. So the farmers is taking out the water from by the help of the pot and putting it in the field. Right now, this is the chain pump. This pump is here and the chain has been attached to it. It keeps on revolving, and this bucket over attached on the top of it, it is going to fill the water from here and going to throw it here, and this through this pipe the water will go to the field. This is the second traditional method. Okay, now you can see this third type, dhekli. Dhekli is one of the type of a pulley system. Even it has been made from the natural things. Stem of a stem of a plant, a tree is here, and it has been pulleyed with a branch of a tree, and on the one side it is having the bucket. So this bucket is going to have put out the water from the well, and this farmer is going to put it in the field. Now the next is rahat, liver system. In this आपने सुना होगा कोलू का bell, right? So in this, what is happening? A bull is being attached here. He is going to revolve around this point. He has been attached with this, and when he is revolving it, so this wheel is also going to rotate, and the bucket attached to it will fill the water from here and going to put it here in the field. So this is how traditionally people used to do the irrigation. But now on, because from these years, the human have understood the value of the water, because water is very less on the earth for the drinking water actually. So it should not be waste. So it has to be conserved. So some types of methods has been introduced by the human. That is, one is sprinkler method. So you can see it here. The sprinklers are here, and they are going to sprinkle the water in the field. This is going to consume less amount of water. The second modern method of irrigation is drip system. In the drip system, you can see it here. There are pipes over here. A big pipe is here, and from it many thin pipes are coming out of it, and they are going to the field. Now what is going to happen? Drop by drop on a particular plant root, the water is going to drip drop by drop. So it is not going to waste any kind of water. The water is not going to be waste in the evaporation and other things. Can you see it here? Yes. So this is also this is the maximized mean of it. So you can see it here, the drip one by on every plant, the drop is been put. So this is a modern technique by which we can conserve a lot of amount of water. Okay, so now the irrigation is done. Now the fifth step, it is protection from weeds. Protection from weeds. First of all, we should be knowing what weed is. Weed are some undesirable plants. Undesirable means the plants you are not needing. At a particular field you have grown wheat, and with that some other plant have grown, so that plant will be called as weed. So it has been grown naturally. So can you see it here on the screen? You would have seen this grass in around your home, at around your home, in the parks or anywhere like this. Also these all are some plants that grow naturally with any type of plant. So these are the weeds. Okay, can you see it here with the there is a thick, see the plant of maize, right? And under it there are many weeds over here, many grasses, unwanted plants. So these are the weeds. These unwanted plants will be called as weeds, not this one, right? Because these plants have grown naturally by themselves. It has not been grown by the farmer. They are going to be called as weed. Okay, so now how we are going to protect our crops from the weeds? So the method of removing the weeds is going to be called as weeding, by which we are going to remove the weeds. So it can be removed by many means. First, by you are going to take out the weeds by your hand. It can be done by hands. You are just picking out the weeds, unwanted plants from the field. It can be done by khurpi, seed drill also, and one very important method, that is a chemical method, by which you can spray the chemical in the field and the weeds are going to be killed. That chemical that is used is called as weedicide. Weed, I have told you, weed means the unwanted plant and side means to kill. So to kill the weeds, that chemical is going to be called as weedicide. So one of the example of a weedicide that is very much widely used, that is 2,4-D. 2,4-D full form is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Okay, so 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid is one of the widely used weedicide. Okay, so can you tell me why removing the weeds is important, or you can say why weeding is necessary? Yes, because when we have grown, like you had seen in the diagram, that the maize plant was growing over there and lots of other weeds were also there. So now what is going to be happening? The weeds are also going to take the nutrients from the soil, and the maize also want that nutrient from the soil. So maize have to share the nutrient with the weeds, right? So it will be lacking that much of nutrient, right? Some of the weeds are longer than the plant, the crop that we have grown. So that is also going to take the sunlight of that particular plant that we have actually grown with, that we want to grow properly. So that weed is going to take the sunlight also from that, and also the water. The water is also going to be taken by the weeds, as well as our crop also need it. So our crop also have to share the water with that weed. And also the space around a plant. Everybody needs a space. If we put 50 students in a particular class, you will feel that congestion in that class. Same as it is the plants, the crops also need a particular space, and the weeds take that space with them. So this is going to affect our crop, right? That's why the weeding is very much necessary. Okay, now the sixth step is harvesting. Our crop has grown, it is fully mature. Now we have to cut it. This process is called harvesting. Now harvesting can be done by the sickle or harvester. Right, harvester are the tractors which can be used for that particular knife-like, blade-like structures are present behind the tractor, and they cut the crop. It is done by the machine. It can be done with the sickle. You can see it on the screen. This is sickle, right? Darati, or we call it as darati. This is used for harvesting, and harvester, I have told you, tractors. Okay, now in the harvesting, wheat. Okay, so you have taken out the wheat. Now it is the seed is inside the chaff. Chaff means the जो उसके ऊपर से हम भूसा कह देते हैं, वो उसके ऊपर सीड के ऊपर रहता है, राइट? सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज chaff. So chaff has to be separated from the seed. The seed has to be separated from the chaff, right? So that is the process by which it can be separated is called as threshing. The threshing can be done by an instrument called combine. Combine is one of the combination of harvester plus thresher. I show you this. Okay, can you see it? It is a type of tractor, but it is cutting the crop from here, and this machinery is taking out the seed. It is storing the seed inside it and throwing the chaff from here. Can you see it in the behind? It is throwing the chaff. So it is harvesting also, and it is also threshing. So this combination, right? This is a combination of harvester plus thresher. So this machine is called as combine harvester. Clear? Okay, now the seventh step. We have harvested the crop. Now we have to store it somewhere so that it can stay for a longer time. Now, how we are going to store it? You would have seen it at your home also. Some few of you that some of our mothers store wheat, right? Gehu. So we have to store it very properly, because it can very easily get damaged. So how it is stored? First, it is dried under the sun, right? So you would have also seen it at home also. It is done. It is dried under the sun so that no moisture is there in the grain. Why? Because moisture attracts the microbes, the bacteria, the fungus. They are going to damage the crop. The grains. So it has to dry properly, and some neem leaves can be put in the container in which you are putting the grain, so that because neem is a antibacterial, antifungal also, that is going to repel the microbes, and it can also be chemically treated. The place wherever you are putting that grains, so that place has to be chemically treated, so that any type of microbe is there, so they are going to be killed. The storage can be done at home. If it is done at home, it is done in the metallic bins or in jute bags. On the large scale, it is done in the silos and granaries. Can you see the silos? These are the large metallic bins container only, but they are on a large scale. They can contain tons of grains in them, right? And these are the granaries. In many places that silos are not available, so in villages these type of granaries are being used for storing the grains, right? Okay, so this was all about the crops, the food we get from the plants. Now we also get food from animals. If we are cultivating animals on a large scale, that is going to be called as animal husbandry. Like for an example, poultry farms. In poultry farms, many hens are being put for the egg production and meat production. And if it is done on a very large scale, hundreds of hens are there, so that is going to be called as animal husbandry, right? So goat, buffalo, cow, camel, in places, few of the places camels are also being reared. So this is all about this chapter. So today this chapter is getting over. I'm going to give you notes after this. Thank you.